Hello and welcome to Spoken Words and Poetry. I'm going to introduce two people that I care a lot about. Um, First up is Aleks Gusto, who is a counselor at Skeiv and has you've seen him earlier today or earlier this week, having a panel about religion, trans, and spirituality. And Aleks is gonna share some of his poetry now for the first time ever. So give it up to Aleks. Yeah.
I hope my mobile doesn't disappear on the ground. This one is called Addiction. I'm a bit nervous. Addiction is dangerous, addiction is dark. Addiction is beautiful, but it leaves a mark. The mark that is long before invented the addiction from the sore. Addiction is prediction and predicts times, the times impossible to heal and seal. Addiction moves no forward, but it is contained in the moment of time, and timeless in all its shine. Addiction is everything I am, but nothing like me. Addiction is a mirror of all my darkest selves, but who am I? Is there still time to find out where my soul dwells? Or is it too late for eviction of addiction, and all is left is this diction of me? Whew. That was hard. I didn't know that it was gonna be so hard to read out. The next one is called Unmasked Me. I look at the mirror and I don't see me, but a reflection of the oppressor emerged to be. It created its image through suffering and pain, this cis white man looking back at me in vain. I want to break the face in the reflection I see, because I cannot believe this image can be me. Smash it in tiny little pieces and see how it weeps and bleeds. Scream and cry at all the shattered glass and ask to unmask me. But instead, I dare to continue to stare, just a little longer until in the moment of despair, I finally see the darkness of me, and I start to care. In the gaze of itself, I recognize myself and all the shattered pieces of me, cuts and scars as if they hold the key to real me. And there is no place I'd rather be but stare here in silence into the gaze of the unmasked me. Thank you. That was so hard.
Thank you so much, Aleks. Next up is Mabell, who you watched earlier, um, who had the panel about intersectionality. And Mabell is a poet, a writer, and pretty famous in Norway. Not so much in Dubai or wherever the place that you wanted me to talk about. But anyway, give it up for Mabel.
I walk around here heedfully, more like drifting, making sure my steps ring gentle, trying not to cause too many rings in those still waters of yours, tenderly placing myself onto your shores, waiting for you to notice me. Notice noise. I've been told not to make a clamor. Maybe you hurt easily. I know what that feels like. From afar, you seem just like any other ocean, and I wonder why you proclaimed I have to wait my turn. I've bided my time patiently, though I sense I am a better swimmer than the lot of you. I know I've been wrestling coarse waves since the day I was born, no wind in my sails, and yet here I am asking for another dive. Still, I can feel you doubting as you are foaming at my feet. I wonder why you're not falling in love with my colors. It's hard not to put them on display, as I am well aware my beauty transcends every word you might ever mouth on such things. I remember the first time I just ran freely and plunged into you, childlike and naive, longing for you to release me of gravity and its toll, and childlike, the hurt when you didn't catch me or hold me at all. You bruised me and spit me back onto your banks of mistrusts and frights, one too many nights for a nature like my own. I am not meant to be alone. I am meant to share every piece of me with you. Why won't you pluck me from the ground? I know you love colors too. I can teach you the wonders of being free, and I will open up so you can swim inside of me. I know you're scared to be polluted, color blended. After all, I come in pink and white and blue. But if you'd only give me a chance, I'd make room for all of you. I see no limit to the world we'd make if only we were two. I'd see no limit to the world at all if only we were two. Thank you.
I'm gonna share my words. Um, it's called control. When I was little, I remember the times I wanted attention. Any attention. Mostly love, but it was neglected. Fear of abandonment is stitched in my veins, I cannot forget it. Detention. I grew older. I only wanted acceptance. Instead, I was put in isolation. I wanted to be remarkable. The remarks I would get, stop eating, or you're not eating enough. You would be so pretty if you just lose some weight. Go on a diet. Diet, diet, diet. Constant reminder that my body will never be good enough. Let me see your face. Let me put my dick in your face. Molested, forced intoxication, severe manipulation. My surroundings were my isolation, and in my desperation, I wanted acceptance. What I got was, why are you not working harder? Study, train, work, be smarter. The only control I had was painkillers in a bottle plus liquid suppression. The only control I had was the feeling that I was eating, I wasn't sleeping. The only control that I had was surviving in my surroundings, lessons I've learned that I will survive to thrive in my own body and mind, and I am finally alive. Thank you. Now it's Alex's go again.
Yes, here I go again. This one is called Living. There are some days when the life is light and I just might feel happiness, but still uncertain of the feeling as it does not last, only for a second, and the next one I'm again in the past. And the past is filled with the sounds of fear and war, just a wounded sore that never heals, but only seals the moments of sorrow over and over again. It remains the black hole in my chest, devouring me, and it does not rest but puts me on a test every time I feel something but the guilt, anger, and shame. But it is all the same, nothingness. And it helps me that I can And it tells me that I can never feel in continuity something else, something fulfilling the black void to avoid being consumed without meaning. And yet, I still have hope, believing and dreaming of living. The last one, I only have 4 poems in my life that I recently made. It's called Exist, or Exit, if you like, and it's very short. I exist. I exit. In the exit, I exist. In the exist, I exit. I'm nowhere, but I am here. I am now here. Can't you hear? Thank you.
Okay, if there is anyone here that would like to share some of their thoughts or work, or you're more than welcome to do that. But that was it for the spoken words. So I want to give an applause to Mabell and Aleks for doing it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Then now we will just spend time together, and I think that is important. The bar is open, so you can get alcohol free or whatever you'd like.